Now, question number 6. The greatest of 3 consecutive whole numbers is x minus 5. A, find the sum of the 3 numbers. B, subtract the sum of the 3 numbers from 4x plus 5. Let us look at consecutive numbers. In arithmetic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, they are consecutive numbers. If you now have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, these are consecutive even numbers. If you have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. These are consecutive odd numbers. However, in algebra, remember that a letter stands for number. Letters stand for numbers. So if you have x, x is a number. That number can be 1, it can be 2. So assuming x is 1, the next number to x will be 1 plus 1 consecutive to give you 2. The next will be x plus 2, which will be 3 when x is 1. X is a number. So you can still have consecutive numbers in algebra. You can still have consecutive even numbers. So if it is even number and first is x, the next even number will be x plus 2. The next will be x plus 4. Even if you are given that x plus 1 is an even number, because you don't know what x is, the next even number, consecutive even number to x plus 1 should be x plus 3. The important thing is that x is a number which you do not know. You find out when you find the value of x and add the numbers that you have been asked to add. It will give you the even numbers as stated or the odd numbers as stated. I have taken time to explain this before I go to x minus 5. X minus 5, this question says, is the greatest. That is the largest. So, and they are consecutive whole numbers. So the next that will be smaller if x minus 5 is the biggest. So the smaller one will be x minus 5 minus 1, and that will be x minus 6. X minus 5 is greater than x minus 6. Let's just look at it as, with the value of x. Assuming x is 10. X minus 5. 10 minus 5 gives us 5. So x minus 6 will be 10 minus 6, which gives us 4. Showing that x minus 5 is bigger than x minus 6. So the largest, the greatest of these 3 consecutive whole numbers is x minus 5. What are the other consecutive numbers smaller than x minus 5? That would be x minus 5 minus 1, which is x minus 6. The next one will be x minus 5 minus 2, which is x minus 7. So the question says find the sum of the 3 numbers. So let's find the sum. If the greatest of the 3 consecutive numbers is x minus 5, then the other 2 numbers are x minus 6 and x minus 7. I have taken time to explain this. So it says find the sum. The sum will be x minus 5 plus x minus 6 plus x minus 7. We remove brackets. We will have x minus 5 plus x minus 6 plus x minus 7. They are all plus in front of the bracket, so it has no effect on the signs inside the bracket. So collect like terms. You have x plus x minus 5 minus 6 minus 7. 3x minus 5 minus 6 minus 7. Minus and minus and minus. Put the numbers together to get 18. Your sign remains minus. So that is the A part of the question. The B part of the question says, subtract this sum from 4x plus 5 plus 5. So it is 4x plus 5 minus 3x minus 18. Remove the brackets. You have 4x plus 5 minus 3x. Because of this minus sign, minus 18 becomes plus 18. Collect like terms. That would be 4x minus 3x plus 5 plus 18, giving us x plus 23. I just hope, students, you understand this. This question on consecutive numbers, please note it. Just always tell yourself from the arithmetic, consecutive whole numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are adding 1 each time. But if it says consecutive even number, it becomes 2, 4, 6, etc. Consecutive odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, etc. However, if it is now in algebra, x, y, b, a, they stand for numbers. So it depends on what is standing for. If it is consecutive numbers, it is just x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3. Consecutive even numbers, x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 4, etc. But if minus is involved, then you will still be subtracting 1 each time. If that is the greatest, but if it is the lowest, you add 1. Okay, question number 7. A girl is X years old and her brother is 5 years older than her. Find the sum of their ages. The girl is X years old. The brother is 5 years older. So the age of the brother is X plus 5. The age of the girl is X. The age of the brother is 5 more than the age of the sister. So it is X plus 5. If their father is 25 years older than the girl, the father is 25 years older. So that will be X plus 25. What is the difference between the sum of the children's age and their father's age? Let's look at the solution. Solution A, girl's age is X. So brother's age will be X plus 5. Sum of their ages will be X plus 5 in bracket. Open the bracket and you have 2X plus 5. The father's age should be X plus 25. We are looking at the difference between their ages, the sum of the age of the children and that of the father. So 2X plus 5 minus X plus 25. 2X plus 5, open the bracket, minus X minus 25. Collect like terms. 2X minus X plus 5 minus 25. 2X minus X is X. However, we come to another thing. Plus 5 minus 25. These are different signs, plus and minus. Different signs. You subtract the numbers. Plus 5 minus 25. Do subtraction. The operation there is subtraction. When you subtract 5 from 25, you will have 20. However, the sign in front of your answer is the sign in front of the bigger number. The sign in front of the bigger number is 25. Sign in front of it is minus. I have subtracted because I have plus and minus. Then, if I get 20 when I do the subtraction, what is the sign in front of the 20? The sign in front of the bigger number, which is 25 minus. Our answer is x minus 20. Topic we are doing today, you have to be very careful with this sign that is called minus. Anywhere you have minus, you have to be careful, especially if it is in front of a bracket. 2, if you have minus signs and the operation you are doing is you have minus this, minus that, you are actually adding the numbers. However, the sign will remain minus. If you have 2 different operations, plus, minus, here you must subtract. However, the sign in front of your answer is the sign in front of the bigger number. It's technical, it looks a little bit confusing, but if you follow the rule, you will never miss the answer. Thank you. So our next subtopic is substitution into algebraic expressions. What does this one mean? Substitution. You have an algebraic expression or algebraic term. In an algebraic term, you will have arithmetic number, which is the coefficient, and you have the letters. So what this topic is, the topic we are about looking at is, how do you take a number to replace the letter in an algebraic term or expression? How do you do that? So substitution into algebraic expressions is to replace the letters by numbers. While doing substitution, the sign rules must be applied. Let's look at examples. Examples 1. If x is 8, y equals to 5, and z equals to 10, find the values of the followings. A, zy minus xy in bracket minus z. B, minus into x plus y plus 2z. C, 5y squared minus 10x over 2z. D, x squared minus y squared over z. Question number 2, if A is equal to minus 2, B equals to minus 5, C equals to 1, X equals to 8, Y equals to 0, and Z equals to 10. Evaluate the followings. A, 2x plus z, c plus b. B, 5yc minus c plus a. C minus x plus y minus z. Solution. Zy minus xy minus z. Z is 10 and y is 5. Zy means y, z times y. Xy means x times y. That is the first introduction we did. So zy means 10 times 5 and xy means x 8 times 5 minus 10. So that gives us 50 minus 8 minus 40 minus 10, giving us 0. Example B, minus into x plus y plus 2z. So this is minus x minus y. Why? Because minus sign is in front of the bracket. That's what the intro said, that even as you do substitution, the sign rule must be obeyed. Minus is in front of the bracket, so it must affect this plus y to change to minus y. So open the bracket, we have minus x minus y plus This plus 2z is outside the bracket, so this minus have no effect on it, plus 2z. So now substitute. X is 8, y is 5, z is 10. That gives us minus 8 minus 5 plus 2 times 10, which gives us 20, is minus 13 plus 20, minus plus. You must subtract. But what is the sign in front of your answer? Is the sign in front of bigger number. So minus 13 plus 20, that gives us 7. What 7? Plus 7. Example C, 5y squared minus 10x over 2z. This will be 5. Y is 5, so 5 times 5 times 5 minus 10. X is 8. 10 times 8. 2z. Z is 10. So it's 2 times 10. If you work out that, you will have 125 minus 80 over 20. That gives us 45 over 20, which is when you will reduce to lowest term, you will have 2 1/4. Example D. X squared minus y squared over z. That will be 8 times 8 minus 5 times 5 over 10 for z. That gives us 64 minus 25 over 10. 39 over 10 equals to 39 over 10. Example 2. If A is equal to minus 2, B equals to minus 5, C equals to 1, X equals to 8, Y equals to 0, and Z equals to 10. Evaluate the followings. A, 2x plus C plus B. B, 5yc minus C plus A. C, minus X plus Y minus Z. A, 2x plus C plus B. X is equal to 8. So 2 times 8 plus C is 1 plus 1 plus B is minus 5. Put this minus 5 in brackets. So that will be 2 times 8 is 16 plus 1. Because it's a plus sign in front of this bracket, has no effect on the minus. So it's minus 5. 16 plus 1 minus 5 gives us 17 minus 5. Answer is 12. B, 5yc minus C plus A. 5 times y is 0 times C is 1 minus 1 plus A is equal to minus 2. We put minus 2 in brackets. So inside brackets, because of this operation, 5 times 0 times 1, then minus 1, minus 2, because we have a plus sign in front of the bracket. So minus remains minus. Work out 5 times 0 times 1, that will give us 0, because any number multiplied by 0 gives 0. Minus 1 minus 2. Answer is minus 3. Minus, minus, you put the numbers together, but the sign remains minus. C, minus x plus y minus z. X is 8 minus plus y is 0 minus z is 10. Minus 8 plus 0 minus 10. Collect like signs. You have minus 8 minus 10 plus 0. Minus, minus put together, sign remains minus, and you have minus 18. Since we have come into our next subtopic, which says simplifying expressions containing brackets. To simplify algebraic expressions with brackets, please note the following steps. 1. Remove the brackets by multiplying the number outside the bracket with each term inside the bracket. 2. collect like terms, if any. 3, simplify accordingly. What does it mean? Let's look at examples. Remove brackets and simplify the followings. 1, 5 plus 2 brackets 5 minus 4y plus 1. 2, 5 into x minus 6 bracket plus bracket 3x minus 8. And 3 minus 2a into 7a minus 3b plus 4c. 4 minus 2 into minus 3x minus 2y. 5, 3 into 4m plus m minus 3m. And 6, 8 minus 9x into 2xy. Solution. 1, 5 plus 2 into 5 minus 4y plus 1. We remove brackets. Bring down 5. We have plus 2, a plus sign in front of the bracket. Rule of signs. It will not affect any sign inside the bracket. However, this 2 is a multiplier of every term inside the bracket. We will use 2 to multiply each term, and the sign will remain the same because we have plus sign in front of the bracket. How does it go? 2 times 5 gives us plus 10. 2 times minus 4y gives us minus 8y. 2 times plus 2 plus 1 gives us plus 2. We collect like terms. We have 5 plus 10 plus 2 minus 8y. 5 plus 10 plus 2 gives us 17 minus 8y. Example 2. 5 into x minus 6 plus 3x minus 8 in brackets. We remove brackets. So we take 5 as the multiplier, multiply x, multiply 6. So 5 times x is 5x, 5 times minus 6 is minus 30. Plus, there is no multiplier here in front of the bracket. So when you have no multiplier in front of the bracket, you don't say it's 0. What is there is 1. So 1 times any number, the number remains the same. So just remove brackets and you have plus 3x minus 8. Remember, it is plus 3x minus 8 because it is plus sign in front of the bracket. The sign remains unchanged. So collect like terms. We have 5x plus 3x minus 30 minus 8. 5x plus 3x is 8x minus 30 minus 8. By now, you know it should be minus 38. Example 3. We have minus 2a into 7a minus 3b plus 4c. In this case, the multiplier is a negative number. And we say that whenever a negative number is in front of a bracket, that's all the signs inside the bracket will change to their opposites. What does it mean? Remove brackets. Minus 2a times 7a gives us minus 14a squared. A times a is a squared. 2 times 7 is 14. Minus 2a times minus 3b. 2 times 2, 3 is 6. A times b is ab. However, we have minus, and here is minus. It changes this minus to plus. Minus 2a times 4c plus 4c. Of course, minus will affect this plus to minus. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times c is 8c. Now, are we collecting like terms? No, because the terms are in a squared, ab, and ac. They are not like terms, so we will not collect. That is the answer. However, in putting this answer, you can start with the positive. plus 6ab minus 14a squared minus 8ac. Anyhow you want to write it, is still the same thing. Example 4, minus 2 times, minus 2 into minus 3x minus 2y. Remove brackets. Minus will affect this minus. So you have plus 6x plus 4y. Example 5, 3 into 4m plus 2n minus m minus 3n. Remove brackets. You have 12m plus 6n. Remember, it is 1 here as the multiplier. However, we have a minus sign, so it will affect minus 3n. You will have minus m plus 3n. Collect like terms. Have 12m minus m plus 6n plus 3n. That gives us 12m minus m is 11m. 6n plus 3n is plus 9n. Example 6. Now I want you to note in this example 6 that a multiplier can be in front of the bracket or behind the bracket. In this example, you have 8 minus 9x bracket, then 2x. What this means, remember brackets and this means, and the multiplier means a product. This times this. So a times b is the same thing as b times a. So 2xy can be in front. If you bring it in front or at the back, they mean the same thing. So remove brackets. 2xy times 8 gives us 16xy. 2xy times minus 9x gives us 18x squared y. They are not like terms. This x is x squared and x here is x. They are not like terms, so that's the answer. Students, we've come to the end of this interesting topic. Simplifying algebraic expressions, the use of brackets. You have found from all the subtopics that when you have brackets in algebraic expressions, algebraic terms, whether you are doing substitution, whatever you are doing, you have to be careful with signs, because there is a rule for signs and rule for operation, especially when you have mixed operation, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Board mass have to come into play. And board mass means brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. You will follow it in this order. When you have mixed operations, you introduce a bracket so that it can help you to make use of the rule of board mass. I just hope you understood this lesson. And also recall and remember that when this minus sign is in front of the bracket, it changes all the signs inside the bracket to their opposite. And that multiplier can be before a bracket or behind the bracket, because you are actually looking for a product. X times y is the same thing as y times x. So let us look at the evaluation. Question number 1. Simplify the followings. A, 4ab times 7a. B, 2xy times 9y. C, 16xy divided by x. D, 26x squared over 2x. Number 2, simplify the followings as far as possible. A, 6a times 4 minus 2 times 7a. B, 7a times 2 plus 5 times 8a minus 6a times 9. C, 3 times 5x plus 4x divided by 2. D, n plus 12n divided by 4. Question number 3. Remove the brackets in the followings and then simplify. A, 2p minus 6q minus q. B, 12a minus 7 plus 4 minus 5a in bracket. C, 8x plus 3y in bracket minus 4x plus y in bracket. D, 3a plus 5b in bracket minus 7a plus 10b in bracket. B, E, 2x plus 5 minus 3x minus 1 minus 3x plus 2 in bracket plus 5x. And F, 4 into x minus 1 minus x minus 4 in brackets. Question number 4. In a class, there are X boys and Y girls last semester. This semester, 5 boys joined and 3 girls left the class. How many students are now in this class? Number 5. Subtract twice the sum of M and N from 5 times the sum of X and Y. Question number 6. The smaller of 2 consecutive numbers is X plus 3. Find the sum of the 2 numbers. Subtract their sum from X plus 8. Now, in the solution, I would like us to look at the word problems. In this question, in a class, there are X boys and Y girls last semester. This semester, 5 boys joined and 3 girls left. So what it means in this semester, 5 boys joined plus and 3 girls left minus. I would like you to work it out. Now, number 6, the smaller of 2 consecutive numbers is X plus 3. Smaller is X plus 3. The next one that is bigger should be X plus 3 plus 1. X plus 3 plus 1, and that will give us X plus 4. Now, because before you look at my solution, I would like you to try all these questions, cross-check it with your own work, and turn in your work before the next lesson. Hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you very much. That brings us to the end of today's lesson. Thank you.